split your time throughout the week between like wrestling and striking? Jiu-jitsu.
I normally train like Monday. I have Tuesday as a rest day because I'm most of the time, well, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday as a rest day, and then I'll train Wednesday, Thursday, and sometimes Friday as well. But depending on what sessions are like are next to each other. So if I have like 2 kickboxing days together, sometimes I'll miss one of the kickboxing classes on the second day and benefit myself with doing something else instead. So doing the next class, and so I'm working different aspects without having to injure my body too much or anything.
Yeah, which you enjoy the most, the striking or the grappling?
End of the day, I prefer striking. I've always done striking. Coming from kickboxing background and everything, I do prefer to strike, but my grappling over the last couple of years has picked up a lot more. Working with like the likes of Ian Jones and that, my wrestling's come on quite a lot. So I've got more confidence to shoot in now, go for them takedowns and work on the ground, like dominating positions instead of just having them spaces where people can bring the guard back and end up submitting me or anything like that. I like to try and lock them down first now before thinking about striking.
Yeah, but if you don't mind me saying, in all your matches you look very sort of like calm and measured, and like quite like mature for obviously like your age and your experience fighting. Where would you say that sort of comes from?
I don't know. It's like obviously I had my debut in 2017, I think it was, and I were like looking back at my fights now, I can see it. I were all over the place. Didn't really know what I was doing. It's like I threw myself straight into it a bit early, but I think it was good in a way because I've managed to change my styles throughout the first few fights, find where I'm comfortable most, and stuck with that, and try and adapt little things just to make myself a better fighter. So now I'm a lot more confident in there, and with that confidence, obviously, you tend to go for a lot more things, and sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. So like in my fight in October, I went for a lot of takedowns then. I'm just backing him up against cage, shooting him for a takedown, keeping him on the floor, and just trying to hold them dominant positions.
Yeah, obviously I say you don't seem, if the finish isn't there, you're not chasing it. You're quite happy to sort of sit back and.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm happy to go the distance all the time. Like I know my fitness is there. I've been into the 5th round twice, so I've always got that fitness if I need it. I'm not going to rush a finish in first round unless. If it's there and it's open, I'll go for it. But if it's a bit risky and I'm going to end up losing a position or losing the round, I'll just hold it out and I'll just make sure I win the round.
Yeah.
At distance.
How have you built that confidence in your cardio then? And so what do you do to keep working on it?
Smash training.
Yeah.
Train hard, fight easy.
Yeah. Is that so just through your regular sessions then, no sort of dedicated cardio sessions?
Yeah, obviously just coming down to the gym, we do a lot of exercises where it's like we'll do a round of sparring, and then between the rounds of sparring we won't have a break like most gyms and that you'll see. They do a round of sparring, they'll have a minute out resting or whatever, and then they're back into another round. We'll do like sparring, and then in that minute we'll be either doing like some like burpees, we'll be doing sprawls, constant shoots, sprinting, stuff like that, so it keeps you moving, keeps your heart rate high, and then you straight into the next round, so it's like you're already gassed for it and you've still got to push through. And I think it's increasing my fitness a lot more than what it was before, so it should be even better.
Yeah. Have you found sort of being in the higher weight categories, do you ever find yourself struggling for sparring partners and sort of?
Yeah, it's very hard trying to find the big lads to train with, same as it is trying to find a fight. Like trying to find a fight at light heavyweight, it's hard. Like every time you say matchmakers, they're going, oh, I can't get you a fight. I'm really struggling. They try for weeks on end trying to get me a fight, and it's a struggle for them. So never mind me trying to find a sparring partner the same way stuff.
At the same time, I feel like there's a lot of high level talent in North Yorkshire at the minute. So like around this area at the gym.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of people who's even at amateur level and pro. There's a hell of a lot of people that are up and coming, only just starting out and stuff like that, well, got a lot of talent. Also people who have been around fighting for years, a lot longer than me, and it's good to have all that atmosphere around you and all that knowledge. Stuff
Ian Jones, like you're saying, being one like good example. Like
Ian Jones, all round, obviously world champion wrestler, Thai boxer, everything like that. He's got it all. So, and all these little dirty tricks like that, I was digging his elbows in and stuff like that. It all helps because it's all like it's extra pressure, so it makes the person work harder on the bottom. So if you're on top of someone, you're digging that elbow and you're taking that breath away, it's just draining that bottom person. It's just good to know those kind of things.
Yeah. You're saying about like sort of your training schedule throughout the week, but you've been moving gyms a little bit recently. Where have you moved from? Where would you say you're sort of mostly based at now? Is it here at Mark's gym?
Yeah, I'm here at Mark's gym 100% now. Like, this is where I'm staying. It's a lot closer to home, and I can just come straight from work straight to here, smash out training, get a bit more training in because I think I train like 2.5 hours now, so it's a bit more training. The levels like to cardio and stuff like that are a lot higher here. So I came here first just to like try it out, see what it was like, and I don't know, it just hit me straight away. Like this is where I want to be. It's because again, like I said before, I struggle with big guys. There's every gym I go to normally, like when I was moving around and that, there weren't any big guys anywhere. I was struggling to find them. They were all like around 70, 80 kilo, and I came here and there seems to be like 90% big guys, and I'm like, oh, this is where I need to be. This is where I need these 100+ guys and stuff like that.
Yeah, help you replicate what a real fight would, real match for you would be like.
Yeah, of course.
With obviously similar weight to yourself.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need. Like, so there's no point. Yeah, it's good to train with the lighter guys and have that like the speed and that they've got and how much they drain you. But if you get on top of them, you feel like you're just crushing the guy underneath you and you're in like an unfair position. Whereas you get someone around the same weight as you, and it's like you're in a real fight situation and you've got that 50-50 balance all the way through it.
Yeah. Obviously you've been sparring a little bit at ABT as well, obviously top gym.
Yeah.
In Leeds.
Yeah, I go sparring at ABT at least once a month to get them, because obviously they have like on last Friday a month they get a few other gyms down, so there's a lot of people in there, a lot of big guys from different gyms, different backgrounds and stuff like that, and it's good to spar with them because they all have training with different coaches, they have different styles, so it's again like you're fighting, you're training with someone who you've not really met before and you don't know what to expect. When you've got your people in the gym who you train with all the time, you're sparring with all the time, you kind of know what to expect from them. Like if you pick up on things that they do and you're just looking out for it, whereas you get someone who you don't know what they do and it's like you're in a fight, you're going to get clipped with something and it makes you work a lot harder. And yeah,
you don't know what they go for, what they're
no, that's good.
Yeah, obviously you managed to still get a few fights in the last year, obviously doing very well, like regardless of COVID. Do you think you've been quite lucky in that regard, or was it not really a struggle for you?
It was a struggle when the first lockdown hit and stuff like that, when they closed all gyms down. When they closed gyms down and stuff like that, I was training here back when it were Ludus, and they ended up closing the gym, and I was just training from home. I was going for jogs every day, and I was like I've made like a tyre bag in my garden and stuff like that. So I was out on tyre bag, I was smashing burpees out on speed ropes and that. And just, like, I was doing everything I could to try and keep active, but it was nothing compared to being in a gym training with people, wrestling and stuff like that. I got out and about sometimes, like with other people I've trained with in the past. And we went out onto a field, did a bit of pad work and stuff like that, where we shouldn't have been doing it. But again, it wasn't the kind of fitness that you get in the gym. So I don't know. It's like I didn't really learn much within that year. So when I came back to training in the gym and I jumped straight into fighting again, like right, I want to fight. Like I've been hungry for this for last year, and it was just one of them things where it was like. I'm throwing myself in a bit early, but then everyone else is in the same situation as well. Everyone else has been off, so it's like, is it really that bad? So I don't know. It didn't really hold me back too much. I managed to get 2 fights in last year, won both of them, but they were both at end of year, obviously. So I don't know, I'll just keep pushing forward. Obviously, hopefully there shouldn't be anything stopping us now. So keep going.
Yeah. If you had to summarise them, what are some of the biggest takeaways you took from them 2 victories last year coming out of COVID?
The first one that I had in October, the second title fight that I had, that managed to go all five rounds to decision. Second time I've been through all 5 rounds, so it were like, I don't know, it were a hard person to fight with, because he was like a karate taekwondo style sort of guy. So I've never had someone who's thrown as many kicks as him, and you're kind of wary of his kicks, because it's like you don't want to rush him, because if he throws a kick and you land on end of one of them, you're gonna end up face planting. So I don't know. I learnt a lot from him, managing to keep out, like moving backwards and forwards. So like moving in, striking, getting back out there, moving back in with a few more strikes, taking him down, taking away his legs so he couldn't use them. I learnt a hell of a lot in that fight. Second one, that heavyweight fight, that was just like a last minute thing. It would either fight him or fight no one. I didn't really want to have that fight, being the guy he is. Like, no offence to him, but he's a bit of a nobody. So that one would just keep me active, and it were heavier than me. It wasn't really hard to take down or anything like that, and just look for that submission in first round just to get it over and done with.
Yeah. Obviously, nearly in February now, but still looking forward to 2022. What are sort of some of your goals you've set for yourself? Is there any fights you see coming up yet?
Not got any fights confirmed yet, but I'm looking towards trying to get a fight probably March, April time. Trying to get towards like some bigger shows, like pushing out towards them bigger promotions. Hopefully going for like some of the top people in the country and stuff like that. So people who's had that better experience, and I want to challenge myself. Also, we're in talks of trying to like maybe go through to IMAF as well, see what that's like, and maybe fight in heavyweight there.
Yeah. Obviously, you've fought at various different promotions so far. Almighty, Cage Steel, Golden Ticket. Is there anyone like going forward which you'd like to go back on? Obviously, you've won the championships.
Yeah.
At them promotions. You see yourself fighting again next?
We've had a few words with Golden Ticket, trying to get back on there. Obviously, I have a title under Golden Ticket and Almighty, so they're probably the 2 that I'm most likely to go back to for some title defences at least. Because when you've got a title, you're going to look for them, especially the promotion, they're going to look for them bigger guys than the guys with the better records to try and come in, to try and take that title off me, and I'm just going to stay there to defend it. Yeah.
Obviously, you mentioned IMAF. Are you keen to sort of stay at amateur? Now, there's no rush at the minute to go pro.
No, there's no rush. I don't think I'm ready for pro yet. I think I need to still stay at amateur, get a lot more experience before turning pro. At least another year or so's worth. Like, I've got no date set for when I want to turn pro. Obviously, I wanted to turn pro like beginning of 2023, but I don't know. It's one of them things where it's like I don't want to rush into it. I just want to ease my way through amateur ranks first, try and get that number 1 spot, hold it, try and just anyone who's put in front of me, I just want to be able to just take out basically, and then when I turn pro, it should be a lot better for me. Have that experience behind me.
Yeah, your MMA career in sort of the long term. Then, obviously, after you've had your amateur career, you turn pro. What are your big goals?
Get onto them big promotions, somewhere like even like Cage Warriors, for instance. I want to like be somewhere like that, getting that title, defending that title, and then hopefully getting noticed by the bigger companies like Brave, the UFC, One Championship, anything like that. Any of these big promotions, that's where I want to be eventually. That's like the long-term goal.
Yeah.
But for now, I think in pro ranks, Cage Warriors is a good start.
Yeah. What do you like about Cage Warriors then?
It's a very recognised show. A lot of people who's been on Cage Warriors, who's got them titles and stuff. You've seen them all. Every single one of them pretty much have always gone onto them bigger leagues, and that's where I want to be. I want to be in that same position as them.
Yeah. Looking at the upcoming March card for UFC card for London. Obviously, you look at the names and the English fighters, and loads of them were previous Cage Warriors fighters.
Yeah, definitely.
You see, so following that path then.
That's where I want to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do all to get there.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, mate.